crazy. Look what seeing, dog.
That nigga got a fucking kaiju.
Look, Godzilla on them kaiju. Twerk, baby, twerk, Harlem kaiju. Work it, girl, work.
This is a Harlem kaiju. No. They get it down right. Yo,
I'm sorry, but that is the gayest voice on that guy. He's the Chris Tucker. He sounds like Chris Tucker, like had some, helium or something. Like, God damn. I need some high tea. You need some high tea. Like, damn.
When you get excited, man, just get a little high sometimes. It'd be like that.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Australia. It's a real place. All right. Shout out to that. But,
all right. So where we going? Where we going with it?
We're gonna start off. We're gonna start off small, then we're gonna get big. You already know how it goes, man.
Oh my God, man.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Yo, get this nigga.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that.
You did. Yes, you did. Yeah, you did.
I didn't mean it like that. Moxie, mind your business, okay? Mind your business. Mind your business. All right. Yeah, shout out to our Australian black brother. He's black, by the way, Trace. He's in Australia and he's black.
Why are you saying that? Like I would never believe there was an actual black person in Australia.
I mean, I don't know, bro. I'd be
because I damn
surprised.
Like they're extinct down there. Like what?
Yeah.
Like, he's on the run.
I would just assume that they would be instantly attacked by any animal.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Getting boxed up by tarantulas and
fucking knocked out by kangaroos.
The emus are whooping y'all ass all through the street. It's crazy. It's crazy. But all right, let's get into the first topic, which is kind of somber, but not really. We knew this was about to happen with Rocksteady, as it's happened to multiple companies that we're about to go through here. Rocksteady is having layoffs because Suicide Squad killed the Justice League, did not make them money. In fact, it failed so bad that I think like within the first week, it topped out at like I want to say like around 14,000 players. It lost over 90% of its player base because the game is ass. And I'm not surprised that the studio is losing people, but it's just crazy that, everything we've been saying over the last year has come to fruition where everybody's like, hey, don't make these games with agenda politics in the background. Just make fun games and people will buy them. And if you tell us not to buy your game because you don't like us, then we won't buy your game and then you're going to fail. And we have things like this where people are losing their jobs where, there's people that work at the studios that don't believe in all this BS, but they're caught in the fire of the weirdos that are in charge of this. So I saw this and I was like, damn, man, that's another one. Because we just had, what was it? Abu Bakar's studio.
Mm-hmm.
They had layoffs too because Tales of Kenzera didn't sell well, like at all. We had what was the other studio that was shutting down?
Concord?
Yeah, Fireworks Studios.
This nigga said fireworks.
Fireworks. Hey, look, it lit up like fireworks, goddamn it, because that shit, it was a tremendous fail. Fireworks Studios got shut down. And then the other day, or I think it was yesterday, we had this studio, right here, Splash Damage. They were working on a Transformers game, and they shut down the game that they were working on because, it wasn't working. And on top of that, it came out that they had an entire DEI division in their video game company as well. So, you
want to take the opportunity to say
there's plenty of games out there for you to buy. If you don't like this, don't buy.
Don't buy it.
That is a killer. As soon as that comes out of your mouth, that is like, that's the flag right there. It's just like, you're done.
Yep. Streisand effect, man.
But you know what's crazy to me? How much time they spent last year telling us conspiracy theory. Nobody's talking about these things. Nobody in the industry is covering these things. Doesn't it seem like they all doing this at the same time?
Yeah.
Like they're all doing this at the same time. I mean, between Facebook, we ain't even gonna talk about Meta. I mean, Meta. We might get to that. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about that a little bit later, depending on how we go. But Meta, who did we just talk about? The Lords of the Fallen game. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick.
I got that right here.
Oh, okay. This nigga's on it.
Well, a lot of these companies came out and said we're doubling down, and it's
They
like,
break up.
What's that? What?
He said the companies are doubling down, not that they're breaking up. What are you talking about?
Bricking up? Like you got bricking up on the brain or what?
It sounded like he said it. He said they were bricked up. I did not.
No, what the fuck? I said there. A lot of them are coming out and doubling down, and then like 2 weeks later, it's like we got to shut down. We got layoffs. We got all this, everything going on, and it's like a death. It's a death nail. It's the final nail being put into the coffin. Like,
yeah. I mean, you got studios like damn, who's the ones under Kingdom Come Deliverance too? I'm so bad with names this week, bro. I feel like I'm losing my memory. I want to say Firehorse or something like that. Warhorse
Studio.
Warhorse that's working on Kingdom Come Deliverance too.
Oh, I don't know the name of them. I just know, they
came out and said multiple times that, hey, this is based on Romania back in the day, so don't expect to see black people and all these other areas where it didn't make sense. If it makes sense for the stories, Warhorse. If it makes sense for the story, they would do it. But if not, then they're not going to do it. And they've said multiple times, they're not going to be pressured into doing something that they're not feeling comfortable with for the story of their video game, which is what you should say as a dev. Like, hey, we're making the story this way. We're not going to try to change it to appease a minority of people who may or may not buy the game. And then on top of that, they also said the other companies that are coming out and avidly attacking their customers, they're basically stupid because you are, right? And you got Lords of the Fallen studio right here, CI Games, saying they will not integrate DEI elements in their games to maximize player enjoyment and commercial success after having observed the high commercial risks these elements can present. That explains itself. If you have movies, TV shows, games that actively come out and say, hey, we have the first black person, our first fucking LGBTQ, our first amputee in the game or movie or TV show, you automatically kill people's interest because you're saying that you care about that rather than what's the story about, what's the gameplay, what's the world that we're going into, fuck you guys. All right. I messed up the word there. Okay. Commercial risks. I can't speak today. I've been running around with a baby all day.
Guccianese, we call it.
But yeah, I mean, I'm glad that stuff like this is happening. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I'm so glad that all these people are losing their jobs, because I know there's people that work at certain studios that don't really believe in all this stuff. They're just trying to earn a living, right? They're keeping their heads down. They're just making a game, trying to get by. But the people in charge, oh yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm so glad that they're losing their jobs. I'm so glad that, the professor that was overseeing Concord, that everybody exposed that they were trying to get another job because we don't need that big head bitch anywhere near anything else after Concord. The people that are actively trying to ruin our video games and our entertainment, I'm so glad that they don't have a job, because what Gamergate 2 has shown is that the players, unlike people that watch movies and TV shows, players understand that the companies respond to them. So if you don't give them what they want, they're just going to say, fuck you, and move on. They'll go to something else. And I love that. I love that we saw all that happening this year. What everybody's saying, yeah, all right, your game sucks. I'm not going to buy it. Oh, you're telling me you don't like me because of my political leanings. I'm not going to buy it. And then all these games flop. And then you got, the Black Myth Wukongs, the Space Marines, the Helldivers 2, all those kind of games that are succeeding. Maybe they'll start to understand what's happening, but I mean,
you gonna let the guest talk?
I was just about to let him talk right then, and then you sat down.
Well, honestly, when it comes to this DEI stuff, it's we're winning small little battles here and there, but we can't just rest on our laurels and sit there and go, okay, we won that, let's move on. We got to continue, pounding. Phrasing, frown. I almost said something. I almost caught myself. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, look, you didn't say it, so
I didn't.
Yo, what the fuck?
We
I
gotta.
was gonna give you the clip.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, you beat them into the ground, so they're no longer. And so, like, even with Mercante, I've been saying this. And Atreus, you know how long I've been saying this. Don't give her any fucking airspace. Just like, don't even talk about her, because that's what she wants. That's what she feeds off of. So, like, these people, once we just like eliminate them, like by not playing their games, by not purchasing the games, they'll fade away and it'll be non-existent. And companies will realize, like, no, fuck this. This is not even worth the risk of taking on this DEI shit.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I don't disagree with what you're saying. It's just, I just feel like with her being a part of the gaming industry and the fact that we cover the news, and let me quit playing. I be grifting. I ain't gonna lie. I be grifting.
Yeah.
Every time I do a Mercante video, it pull my channel right out of the ground. I be grifting. Sorry. It is what it is. I'm sorry.
I get that aspect of it.
Yeah.
But that's what she wants. At this point, especially at this point, that's what she wants. She wants, airtime. She wants her name out there, negative or positive.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
But you're seeing companies and studios, like, they're afraid to even put things out there. What was the article the other day? They were like, I think it was a studio saying they're afraid to put out a trailer because they don't want Critical Drinker or Gary to make comments.
I remember that. But
yeah,
you also got that recent video of those Serbian guys saying that corporations are afraid of Critical Drinker and other YouTubers like Asmongold. Did you see that, Kato?
Yeah. That's the one I was talking about.
Yeah. Do you got that? Can we pull that up?
I don't have it, but I can find it because I didn't think we were going to talk about that too much. But yeah,
well, it kind of all comes together with DEI, right? I mean, and this kind of ties in with the Zuckerberg stuff. Where, I mean, I know you wanted to talk about that later, Atreus, but it's a hot topic, right? Like,
right?
He's come out on the Joe Rogan show and talked about, how they were forcing him and making him do these things, and it's not a good look for the Democrats at all, especially with the LA fires and with all this coming out. It's just,
it was actually the Kingdom Come Deliverance director that said that shit.
Okay,
hold on, let me see if I can find that really quick. He said he didn't think we was gonna talk about it today. Nigga, this is New Black Street. We don't know what the fuck we always say we're gonna talk about certain shit and get on the show, and it's completely
that's the beautiful thing about conversations.
Yeah.
Bro, I have so much shit I got too much stuff for Marvel Rivals, bro. I gotta chill.
Yeah, you really do need to chill. You really have got to chill.
I gotta chill, bro. But it's such a gem. It's such a gem, bro. It's so good. We'll talk. We're definitely gonna talk about it and how it has people fucking coping and seething. But while he finds that, I'm just trying to. So the Mark Zuckerberg thing, right? So I saw, what he said the other day with his little video saying that they were gonna stop suppressing speech, even though he said before that they weren't suppressing speech. And the first thing that I thought about was, okay, would he still be saying this if Kamala had won the election?
No,
because the whole point is that they handcuffed him. They were forcing him to do this, by saying, like, we can eliminate you if that's the case.
We can activate policies against your company.
Yeah, it was total blackmail.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just too cynical. I don't really believe that too much. I really he's kind of working in lockstep with him, to whatever. I mean, blackmail, whatever benefits your company at the time. That's how I see it. Like, it was like, oh man, damn, the guy actually doubled down on the thing. I just saw this on Twitter. The CEO of is this the CEO? Yeah, the CEO of CI Games for Lords of the Fallen. He literally just said exactly, no, we will not. Talking about the DEI elements in there.
Wait. Go pull it up.
Right here. He literally just as soon as I refresh Twitter, and this is what I see, he says exactly no, we will not. Lords of the Fallen Studio CI games will not integrate DEI elements in their games, and he's just like, nope. With this sentence right here, he just secured his next game is going to have sales.
Yep.
Chat. It's getting greasy out here now. the tables have turned.
Right, that bro. If that ain't a culture shift, then I don't know what is, dog. That's crazy.
Listen, them niggas saw that election results and it was like, shit, nigga, we've been lied to. Time to switch. Time to switch.
Now, granted, I don't like Lords of the Fallen, but hey.
I said this, I think when you were on late night there, Atreus.
Mm-hmm.
Where did he go?
Lords of the Fallen was a good game.
I said this on when you were on that there's going to be a big wave of red, and it's going to change things dramatically. It's going to be, you're going to see movies become more family oriented. You're going to see more faith-based movies out there because they realize that everything is red and it has to do with religion, has to do with families and morals. They don't want any of that DEI shit. They don't want any of the ESG shit anymore. They just want, your basic storytelling that the whole family and people can enjoy. Now, like, there was that article, I think it was Neil McDonough, came out and said, like, he's never ever been seen studios asking for faith-based movies before, and there are like 4 or 5 studios are asking for those. You're just going to see that. You're going to see a change in games now, where you're going to see a lot more kid games that are going to be actually kid games, like story-based. They're going to be fun to play, like we had the night with Sonic and Bandicoot and all those things.
Well, if it goes back that way, I mean, we always want the pendulum to swing, but we never wanted to go too far left or too far right? Just, a little nice happy medium. Like, I always bring up like the early 2000s. Like, there's a reason everybody always reminisces about that time in like the late 90s, because it kind of seemed like people figured it out. Like, oh yeah, all right, we're all different. Who gives a fuck? And then we just had content that was good. That's why we have so many classic TV shows, movies, and games from that time period. If we could go back to that, where we're just like, oh, this specific audience wants this kind of game, all right, we'll give it to them. I'm not saying don't make the games for the gays. If the gays want the game, they want their life is strange and shit, you can have it. I'm not going to buy it, but you can have it, sure. But don't force your gay shit into the things that we have already, right? Like Call of Duty and fucking Gears of War and all these other properties. Like, if you want stuff for you, make it for you. Just stop trying to change things. That's what we'll be saying. And bro, this is crazy. I just been sitting. This is crazy. He wouldn't have said this shit a year ago.
No,
like when Gamergate was going on, he never would have came out and said exactly, we're not having DEI in our studio. Never. Bro, Alyssa Mercante is spinning like a fucking rotisserie chicken right now reading that, bro. She is fuming.
Absolutely.
Because this just proves we're right, bro.
It does. And that's the thing that's just so upsetting, because they believed that they had a grip on the industry. And it was a lie. I mean, these are a bunch of motherfuckers who went into the middle of a courtyard and started screaming at the sky.
Wasn't that at whatever game conference they was at?
Yeah,
they all
like the game Bingling conference or some shit like that. I don't know. Like, it was, them motherfuckers was out there. Them motherfuckers out there screaming at the damn sky.
All right, hey, Chris.
Like,
man, hold on, y'all, hold on. That shit, yo, Benji, if you're in the chat, I know you're keeping count. That shit gotta count for 2.
No, it don't. No, it don't.
This man just showed Squidward with a dick in his throat. Oh, damn. That was Alyssa Mercante when she was up there in Canada.
But getting back to your conversation, like, or your the discussion here, when it comes to, you know, us like swinging back, like you mentioned, it swing too far right, and that, like, you get things like Dread Roberts putting out the comments that he did, like, we got to censor this stuff, like, and it's like, no, we don't. We don't have to censor it, because now you're taking the extreme right, faith-based, and you're trying to implement your views and your morals and everything onto everyone else, and you can't have that. We have to kind of somehow stay in the middle, a little to the right, but in the middle, and they just can't do it. I don't know why. They just, like, it has to be extreme left or extreme right. There's no middle ground anymore.
Because I think the people in the middle are not the ones looking for power, right? The people in the middle are just looking to live their life. The people on the left, they want power their way, and the people on the right want power their way.
Yeah,
and I think that's ultimately what it is. So every time the pendulum swings, the people in the middle are going. It's a constant fight. Always, it's always going to be a fight.
Yeah.